Good morning, everyone. It's Sherry from She Be Stitchy World. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel about cross stitching. Everything about cross stitching. I cross stitch, I dye fabrics, I dye floss, I make my own floss bags. I do a little bit of everything, and I also do my finishing work. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's early. I've been up since about 6:15. We're expecting heavy snow. I live in Northwest Indiana, and they're saying anywhere between 7 to 10 inches by tomorrow. I'm retired, so I don't have to worry about driving out there. I've paid all the bills. I've done my errands. We went grocery shopping last night as I was out of milk, so we got that taken care of. I only worry about my husband getting to work. He has to drive into Illinois, and roads sometimes are not that great. So today is Tuesday, February 11th, 2025, floss tube number 80. Can you believe it? Number 80. I decided to go ahead and do a special floss tube. It's all about hand-dyed fabrics. For the last 2 weeks, I dyed a whole bunch of fabrics. When I do this, our whole laundry room is a mess. It's hard to do laundry, but we get it done. I had everything situated so that table was here, dye was here, fabrics were here. Everything worked out. Laundry didn't get behind. But when I dye fabrics, I do about 20 to 30 yards. But I cut my pieces because they're for me. And I have all kinds of projects I want to kit up. And I don't have a lot of the different colors. I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. You know, while I can still walk. It was painful to do it. I had a few bad days. I hurt a lot because the basement, as you know, can get cold. But I got it done. So I thought I'd do this video and just show the hand-dyed fabrics. I'm in the basement. I'm at the pool table, so I've got everything spread out. I don't know how this is going to work. I hope it works out. I hope you don't mind me doing a special video. I will be doing another video at the end of the month showing my cross-stitch, stitchy kindness, and a little bit of haul. So let's get started. I hope this works out. I am showing a few pieces of each size and count of the fabric, the total full piece, and then I'll show the rest that are in bags. So I've got everything ironed. I've got everything in bags. They're ready to be put away. I need to get it off the pool table. I want to start using some of these. I have haul from the last video that I want to start picking out a few fabrics. I thought, let's get this done. Let's get it out of the way and let me get my pool table cleaned off again. So I hope this works out. I don't know how this is going to go, so please be patient. First size, 14 Aida, and I cut these 15 by 24. And I did all kinds of colors. So I'll show a few of the colors and how they turned out for the full pieces. Here we have the peach color. And then we go into like a purplish gray. I love how the modeling shows up. And I think it's a little bit of green. I do a lot of purples and grays and greens. This 14 Aida, I thought it was supposed to be Charles Craft. I think I got it from Hirschner's, but it was a different kind of Aida. And the dye was coming out a lot lighter than what I'm used to. I'm a bold person. I love Halloween, so I love my bright colors. But it feels different. It doesn't feel like the regular Aida that I usually get on bolts. That's by Charles Craft or even by Zweigert. But I do like the paler colors. I can use these for like Easter, some Christmas projects, and then my precious moments. Here is like a two-tone green with some blue in it. Sorry for the crinkling. I have bags filled with my stuff. This is sort of a peach, just a solid color peach. I thought that would be good for an Easter project. And here's a light lavender. I really like that. That could go good for Easter. That could go good for precious moments. Let's try to get the coloring. And then last but not least, it's sort of like a very pale mint green. Let me get it in the light. So those are the big pieces. How can I do this? Gotta get my crutch. I don't want to stand up. I'm still in my pajamas. I have my Menard sweatshirt on, but I did not change out of pajamas. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, there went the crutch. I knew it was going to fall. Okay, here's a tan with a little bit of green mixed in with it. Then we have like a pinkish maroon. Another light colored. Hope you can see the colors okay. This is sort of like a gray, a light gray. I didn't have a lot of, I don't do a lot of like the muted light colors, but I'm glad I did because I will definitely find stuff to stitch on this. Especially when it comes to like Easter projects. Here's another light color. Again, these are all 15 by 24. Here's another gray. It's like a two-tone gray. Yes, I have a bag full. Another gray. Bluish gray. This is sort of like a green. I know it doesn't show up green, but it really is a green. Here's like a light mauve purple. Very light peach. Normally don't do that kind of a color. Another gray. We did a lot of grays in this size. Another gray. Another mauve. I tried to, when I was dyeing this time around, because I had so much fabric to dye, I went ahead and I did like 2 pieces of each color. I tried to. Here's sort of like a mustardy type color. I put a little bit of gold with green with it. Another peach. Bluish gray green. Here's a very light lavender. I love my purples. Then we have, and did a whole bunch of smaller sizes also. Can never have enough different sizes. These are 13 by 14. These were odd sizes that I had fabrics, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to do some smaller pieces for ornaments because I've got a lot of ornaments I want to do. I want to do precious moment ornaments, and I also have Halloween ornaments I'll be doing. So I did a lot of the smaller pieces. This is sort of like a greenish black. Here, let's take one of these out so you can see the size. This is just a smaller type size, great for doing ornaments. The modeling turned out nice. I do dye both sides. This is sort of like a blackish green. Let's see, then we have sort of like a frosty blue, purple and blue, 2 shades of like an orange, peach, purple. This is sort of like a harvest color. Can do that for Halloween or Thanksgiving. Another minty type green blue, purple and green. Here's a darker purple and green. I love doing these colors, these 2 colors together because I do Halloween on these. So that'll be cute. Put a small witch or something. I love this type color. I'm a Halloween stitcher. So anything that I can dye that'll go with Halloween, I'm for it. This is sort of like a neon green with intense violet. I do use the Rit dyes, the liquid Rit dyes. They have a lot of pretty colors. I mix colors. Here's 2 different types of oranges. Here's bluish gray and a orange. Here's 2 oranges of black. Those are perfect for Halloween. I love doing these 2 colors together also. Purple and then another neon green, intense violet. Purple, blue, and another green. Then we have dark greens. And then this is sort of like a, I don't know, like a teal with a green. I did like 2 shades. And then here's gold with like a brown, green, brownish green. Green, gold. 2 oranges. Can never have enough orange and purple. And then what I call like sort of like a spring green. That'll go good for Easter. So that's it for those. Here, let me get all this put together. I'm trying to keep everything together so I know how to put it all away. I'm a mess, so excuse me while I try to stay organized. Okay, so that takes care of that bag. Put that down there. And then I need to put this over here. I'll put that with that so I know to put all that back together. Okay, next will be 16 Aida, and these are 14 by 19 sizes. Again, I love my purples and greens together. I love the modeling, how it all comes out. And here's sort of like a darkish gray, brown. That's good for when you want to do a spooky Halloween. Then we have sort of a deep purple. Sort of like an eggplant. It's like a dark eggplant. And then I put a little bit of blue in there. Sorry I didn't do all the fabrics like this, but to unbag everything would have been impossible for me to do. And then we have, this is sort of like a dark blue gray. I love how that turned out too. That could go for like with houses on it for Halloween. And we have an orange, another Halloween. So those are the full pieces. Those are the 14 by 19. And let's see what we have in the bag. Again, these are 14 by 19. These are all the same sizes I just showed. Here's a dark bluish gray and then an orange. Here's a purple and another orange, just like the one I just showed. This is a real deep purple. Ocean type colors, like a teal and a purple. I like putting those colors together too. Here's a brown. Light green, olive green. This is more of an olive green. Pink. I like using these for like a Christmas with a snowman. And we have a purple. I love my purples. And then we have two teal colored. Dark blue. I love this type of color too. Another olive green. And some of these, as I get into these, I'm looking at the sizes. I have everything marked. I just put a little card in there telling me the count and then the size. These are now 16 by 19 instead of 14 by 19. It's just the way the fabric's cut. Green and orange. There's another pink, another dark blue. Two different types of purple. One's a lighter purple, one's a deep purple. There is my sewing supplies. I put a whole bunch of my sewing supplies in there. Let's get this out of here so we don't lose it. Okie dokie, that was a little bit of my haul. Okay, sorry about that. Deep purple. Very pretty tealish blue. Here's a darker type brown with a little bit of black in it, and another frosty type blue. Okay, so let's put all that back in here. My husband thought I was crazy, but he knows I'll use it. I mean, he doesn't mind my hobby, thank goodness. He supports me, I support his hobby. He's been buying silver rings, so I say nothing. We both have our hobbies. I don't mind, he doesn't mind. Got a great guy there, people. Okay, this is 14 Aida, 14 by 22 size. I did do some larger sizes because I do have some large projects I want to stitch. This is sort of a grayish purple green. Another one can be used for Halloween. And here's the green and purple. Another green purple that's different than the color that I just showed. Then we have, this is sort of like a brownish, bluish. I just mix some colors together sometimes. Just trying to get something different. I know I'll eventually use them. Here's another purplish green. And let's go into the bags. That's all that I showed for the big pieces. Okay, those were 14 by 21, 22. Okay, these are all 14 by 22, 14 count Aida. Here we have green and purple. Tan and then here, let's take one of these out. I love looking at these. I've always liked dyeing fabrics. I lost my job over 10 years ago. And luckily I had a couple people tell me how to do it, what I need to do. Best way of doing it, sewing edges first, which I learned my lesson. So I was lucky that I had some help in dyeing fabrics. I told my husband, I'm going to dye my own fabrics instead of buying them. Gives me something to do. Here's 2 shades of olive green. One lighter, one darker. Then we have another different type green. Here are some browns, grays. Okay, these are 14 by 16. These are a little bit smaller. Here, let's take one of these out so you can see the size. Again, these are for smaller projects. You know, you can do it either way. It's like a punch color, I call it. Orange, and then purple and green. Let's do it that way. Orange, purple, and green. Here's a very light purple with some colors in it, and then another rainbow type color. Blue, purple, green. Another pink. Kind of a medium gray. Another pink. Pink and purple. Cotton candy. Then we have orange, pink, orange. Different shades. You can see the difference. One's darker than the other. Very light pink. Well, not very light, but lighter than the others. Another purplish blue, cotton candy. Very light pink. Another orange. Here's another orange. Amazing how, you know, I never know how these are going to turn out until after I wash them, dry them, iron them. Very light pink purple. I thought that would be good for precious moments or even an Easter. 2 shades of orange. This is more of a harvest color. Here's sort of like a gray. Here's 14 by 19 again. So here's a purple and a green. I should put those 2 colors together. So that's it for that bag. Gotta put everything away. Okay, so there's that one. One more bag to go. Oh, one more box. That was my first batch that I'll be showing next. Okay, so that goes there. Next is, I'm not sure. Oh, I've got 2 more parts. This is 28 Monaco, 13 by 16, 13 by 19. These are 13 by 19. So this is 28 Monaco. I don't stitch on this a lot because my eyes don't see that well with the smaller sizes, but I do like using it for like extra large projects. So I found I still had a half of a bolt. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Let's just get it out of the way and I'll have it. Pretty pink. Here, let's try to get it out of the shadows. Sorry. There we go. Here's an olive green. And then I love this one. Purples with blues. Very pretty. Sort of like a pew. So those are the full pieces. And then I have my bag full. I try to do different colors. There's a pretty goldenrod yellow. Again, this one's 13 by 16. Some of them are 13 by 16. Some are 13 by 19. Here's an orange. a brown, and a sort of like a bluish gray. Yeah, the ones that are 13 by 16 were like the end of the bolt, and that's how they turned out. The rest are 13 by 19, so here's a real pretty like rusty orange. My dark purple. Another yellow with like, I call them veins. I don't know if you can see them. Another dark purple. Purple and pink mixed together. I thought that was, here, let's show that piece. That's the modeling. I don't know what I'll stitch on that. That could go for Easter. That could go for Halloween. You can do all kinds of stuff. Okay, there we have that. Very pretty minty green with like purple veins. I call them veins. I don't know if you can see the purple in it. A darker teal green. Here's sort of like a purplish gray. Olive green. Very pretty pink. So that was it for the 28 Monaco. One more batch to go. I hope I'm not boring you. I hope you're enjoying this. I just love being kept busy. I get tired of laying around because of my legs and hips, but that's what happens. More 14 Aida, 18 by 21. Again, larger sizes because I have larger projects. Here's like a grayish. Well, this is more of a purple green. This I love. This will be used for Halloween. Sort of like an orangey gold with black. Could do something with bats. Could do like flying witches. That would look good with a witch. Or even like a spooky haunted house. Another pretty one. This is sort of like a green and purple mixed together. There's a light olive green. And then sort of like a brown, green, blue, gray. A few colors mixed together on that one. So that's the big pieces. Box filled with fabrics. Yes, I did a lot of dyeing. Okay, these are 18 by 21. So again, these are bigger sizes. Here's 3 different types of greens, 4 different types of greens. This is sort of an olive green, a different type olive green, another green, and then this sort of has green and purple mixed in. You can see it, blue. Another green. I did a lot of greens, wow. Here's sort of like a gray. Here's a brown, a tannish brown. I don't dye a lot of browns. I don't know why. I do a lot of grays, purples, and oranges. Another gray. Another brown, tan brown. Bluish gray. Another brown. So I tried to do a rainbow color. Sort of like a goldenrod with some blue or green mixed in there. Here we have an orange, a pretty orange, sort of like a sherbet. Then we have like 3 different shades of yellow. Can you see the difference? These two are almost alike, right there. And then this is the pale yellow. This is sort of, I call it like a fruit punch. Not orange, not pink, sort of in the middle. Green or purple. Another green, very little purple in it, blue, maybe it's blue. Another green, a little bit of modeling. Then we have a gray, 2 different types of gray. One's a little bit lighter than the other. And then this is a darker gray. Frosty, I call this like sort of like a frosty blue. This would be good with a snowman. Something for Christmas. Another one that could be used for Christmas. A very light teal. A very light blue. Sort of like bluish gray. Another blue. That's very pretty. 2 different shades of blue. Another grayish type with some colors in it. Here's 2 different types of blue. Of course, my favorite colors together, orange and black. That's Halloween. 2 more. 2 shades of blue. I did a lot of blues in this batch. So that's all my colored fabrics, all my dyed fabrics that I did the last 2 weeks. It was fun. It was tiring. If you don't do your own dyeing and you buy your fabrics, appreciate the work that goes into it because it is hard work. I love it. I love doing it, but it's very tiring, especially as you get older. And I'm older. But I enjoy it. I know I'll be using a lot of those, maybe not right away, but I will be using a lot of them. I thank you for joining me. The next video will be at the end of February, and I'll show my haul and my stitching. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, bye-bye.